What's up, guys? It's Ryan here with Eastcoastathletics. Welcome to Track Talk Thursday, where we discuss some of the latest track and field news, along with discussing some of the most controversial topics that are out there in the track and field world. Um, Firstly, I want to let you guys know that for those who are Elaine Thompson fans, I wanted to let you guys know that recently I did some reading, some checking pretty much, and um, her injury is still, you know, at a point where she's uncertain how the rest of her season is gonna go. Um, so I think our next update will come in 2 weeks because presently she's wearing a boot for Achilles, so she definitely gotta wait like 2 to 3 weeks before she's updated on her current situation, as in what's up, Mr. White. Yeah, so she gonna have to wait 2 to 3 weeks before she know exactly what's going on with her injury, because as I said, presently she's wearing a boot for Achilles, so that's definitely something that we're hoping that she get out of real soon. Um, but I guess it's just we just gotta be patient, and give it some time. Um, One of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get you guys feedback on this issue, is what do you guys think about competing after Doha? And I'm not talking about cross country races. I'm talking about running like a 400 or a 200 or something of that nature. Um, it's it's something that I was thinking about all the last week and this week, but I didn't talk about it last Thursday because I thought I would just give it some more time because I had other stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But this week I definitely had to ask, what do you guys think about competing after Doha? Because me personally, I think after Doha, seeing that the World Championship was so late, I feel like all the athletes should just shut it down because Olympic is next year, so they should be pretty much going right into their rest after Doha, and pretty much get ready for the upcoming season. Mr. White, you say you don't think it's a good decision. I mean, I do agree that it's not a good decision because, and just to make things clear, we're talking about NASA. And for those who don't know who NASA is, we're talking about the 400-meter champion from the World Championship. The pretty much athlete who beat Shanae Miller in the 400. She went on to run at the military games, winning that meet in 50.15 seconds, which to me is a mediocre time based on her talent. This only goes to show that she's tired. It's been a long season. More than likely she was training since, I would say, September of last year. You say you think she did it for the money. I don't know. I mean, no, I don't think no money could be comparable to having a good shot at the Olympic gold next year. And I feel like the mere fact that she's running so late in the season, I mean, technically the season is done, so why run after Doha? I think that was a mistake on her part that she don't realize as yet. I hope it doesn't come back to haunt her, but I think all the athletes, after they compete at Doha, I think they should have just shut it down right after that. No more competition because of the mere fact that the meet is so late. There's no need to try and do anything extra after that. There was a whole bunch of Diamond League and Grand Prix meets before that, leading up to the World Championship, I felt like everything was geared towards getting the athletes ready for the World Championship compared to running after the World Championship like previous years where the World Championship or the Olympic was in August, or well, I would say early August, or it's never been in September. It's always in early August. So there's always like a few meets after. In this case, where when it's all the way in late September going into October, I don't see the need. But hey, it is what it is. Then the next thing that I want to talk about is, and when I was a lot of you guys know I'm Jamaican, who are subscriber or watching my channel. When I was back home, the coaches there, they had a big problem with athletes having intimate relationship within the same camp. And I wanted some external feedback on this topic. Do you guys think that having an intimate relationship within a training camp is wrong? Is it wrong? Is it right? Does it affect the athlete's performance in any way? Because trust me, in Jamaica, a lot of the coaches they don't allow that. They don't want no girlfriend and boyfriend, no wife and husband in the same camp. They always try to break them up because they think that if they're having personal issues, it's gonna trickle over on the track. That's pretty much what they think. So they always try to separate. So if, just example, if and I was getting at that. If you guys go on YouTube right now and type in the fastest couple, you're definitely gonna see, two of our top athletes name pop up. And that's Ali, that's the 100-meter hurdles champion from the World Championship, and Andre DeGrassi. They're in the same camp based on my understanding. Because I watched the interview with them, and Ali say she know what DeGrassi was capable of because she watch him train. You're supposed to be training. Quite often the training times are the same. So to speculate that they train in a different camp doesn't cut it. They're in the same training camp. They are together. They both medal at the World Championship. So for a lot of the coaches that think, oh, we can't have a couple in the same camp, I think that's just downright wrong. Like, it doesn't make sense. I personally think it's the level of maturity that the athletes display. You say it don't work out for everybody sometime. I think it's a matter of maturity. If the athletes are mature athletes who know that, as long as they know when you're in practice, you're in practice. You don't bring your personal problems to the track. You're here to train, and that's what you're here for. You're not here to beef with anybody or argue with anybody or anything of that nature. Then things should be smooth. And as long as both athletes share the same passion, you say, Puss and dog not have the same look. You're right, but I feel like it boils down to maturity and having a passion for the sport. As long as you have that passion, towards what you're doing, and both of you guys working towards the same goal, then things will just fall into place. It will fall right into sync. There won't be any issues. That's my personal opinion. And as long as the coach don't see it as a problem, then it won't be a problem at all. If both parties are mature about the situation and the coach is okay with it, I think it's fine. Let me check this comment that just came in. I mean, see, I don't think that's a good example, Mr. White. Uh, he's a focused guy. Bolt is a very focused guy, and it takes a whole lot to shift his focus. Once is he's locked into what he's trying to accomplish, that's it. Like, you're not gonna just break his focus like that. So if he was to have a relationship with, like, within his training camp, I think he would be fine. We're talking about Usain Bolt here. We're not talking about the regular Joe or the regular Jane. I'm just saying. But on to the next topic. We don't want to spend too long on on each topic. The next thing that I want to talk about is the 400-meter world record breakable? And I don't know if Coachella is tuned in, if he's watching, but I really wanted to, hear his input on this, this topic, because he's a big Michael Norman fan. So I'm about to talk about Michael Norman, so I really wanted to hear what he had to say. Towards that. I was reading an article the other day, and Stephen Gardner say that he thinks that the world record can be broken at the Olympic Games. He think that a race with Wade Van Niekerk, Michael Norman, Fred Curley, and there's a great possibility that that record will break. I share a different opinion where that is concerned, because I've seen when there is too much fast, or I'm gonna say super athletes in one race, it never works out the way we expect it to. It's always the races that we don't expect to be super fast. Those are the ones that are always fast. Just like at the World Championship, a whole lot of people wasn't expecting Gardner to win. Thank you. There's this old Jamaican saying, pressure burst pipe. Too much fast people in one race. It's not gonna happen like that. Everybody's gonna be either overthinking, they're gonna go out too hard, they're not gonna time the race right. And it's gonna be the one person who maintains their composure that ends up winning. And in most cases, it's never in a world record time. But I don't think it's gonna happen like that. If you have like 4-5 people. Yep, too much chef spoil the pot. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah, but I really feel like too much fast athletes in one race doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna have a world record. Gardner seemed to be in pretty good shape. If he maintains that going into next season, who to tell if he's not gonna drop his time, get closer to the world record. But there's no guarantee that he will break it, for sure. And then when we get to Michael Norman, that's a whole different case, because he ran 43-45 early in April, and he wasn't able to repeat that. It makes no sense. Run it once if you can't repeat it. Like, you run it in April, but you can't run it at the World Championship. Oh, sorry, Coach. I forgot he was hurt. So that's the excuse. But other than that, well, Fred Curley went back to his old coach. smart decision. Um, he might be in the mix again, because that's where he was when he ran 43.6. So 43.6 or 43.7. I don't quite remember, but that's where he was when he was performing, pretty good, and that's where he is now. Very smart decision on his part. Okay, 43.7. I hope that Norman is able to finish next season on a top performance. Meaning, like, I hope he's able to perform at the Olympics instead of just running a fast time early and not being able to repeat it. Because that's not gonna, look good on his part. Everybody's gonna be bashing him if that's the case, and that's not what we want to do. We want to see him being on top. Because he's a great quarter miler. He runs sub 20 seconds, so he's fast, right? He know how to distribute. So I really feel like if he get it together at the right time, he might just get closer to that world record. He already showed that he's capable of running 43, 45 that early. I feel like he can go lower, but I don't think it's a smart decision to run fast super early. When you empty the tank that early, what do you leave in reserve for later on? That's a good joke. Somebody said they ran 39.94. I don't know about all that. I really don't. But all right. For the next topic. Oh, relay. I don't know. I gotta see that. But all right, on to the next topic. Enough of the 400. We're gonna talk about the big man himself. His prediction, and I can't blame him, but at the same time, I'm a little bit saddened for the mere fact that I'm Jamaican by heart. Bolt picked Coleman to win the 100 meter at the Olympic. That's to me, that's just mind blowing. And not mind blowing in the sense where I'm trying to say Coleman is not capable, because the world see that he's capable, right? We all know that Coleman is a superb athlete. Nobody's doubting that. That's not what I'm trying to say right now. What I'm saying is, we're talking about the legend, the legendary Usain Bolt. Pick an American over his fellow countrymen. He didn't pick nobody from Jamaica. And I'm sitting there like, damn. You're telling me that you don't see no athletes in Jamaica that is capable of winning the Olympics? He even went as far as to say he think that once Gatlin is there, he's gonna show up. No matter how you think he's not gonna perform well, he's gonna show up, and then once he's in the finals, he's gonna be in the top 3. That's what Usain Bolt said. That's what I read in the article. You guys could go and check for yourself. And for Usain Bolt to say that, and I'm there sitting down thinking like, so what about Blake? What about the Bailey Cole? What about all those other athletes? Like that's what I'm there thinking. Like, why did he choose the 2 Americans? Why do you think the 2 Americans are gonna excel over everybody else? Like, it's just mind blowing to me that he really think that the Americans are just gonna blow the Jamaicans away like that. And tell you what, the sad thing about it, he might be right. And the reason why I say he might be right is because of the whole attitude of the Jamaican athletes at the present moment. So how can you blame him, for making those predictions? You can't blame him because the athletes are not, they're not, stepping up to the plate right now. The females are, but the males aren't. So I mean, you can't blame him for thinking that the Americans are gonna dominate. I mean, I hope these athletes, these Jamaican athletes, are reading just as much as I am. Or for those who are not reading and do follow me on, on social media, YouTube, Facebook, they, watch this video and see that your greatest, the greatest athlete in the world, track and field athlete in the world, is putting up a challenge. That's the way I look at it. He's putting up a challenge because for him to say that, if I was a sprinter running the 100 and 200, I'm going to see that as a challenge. You think that the Americans are going to step up and take all three spots, and we as the Jamaicans are not going to get any? No, that's not going to happen. I would take that as a challenge and try to prove him wrong. At least I hope somebody do that, because I'm going to say we, I would love to see at least one Jamaican on the podium. I'm not going to use the word disappointment, Mr. White. To be honest, I'm not going to use the word disappointment. I feel like they just need to step up. They need to step up. Like, they need to step up and let the world know that Usain Bolt is not the only talent that comes out of Jamaica. Every time I post a video, whether it's a race or it's anything else, and I'm talking about track, a lot of people will say, oh, you guys are never ever gonna be on top again because there'll never be another Bolt. That's the talk. There'll never be another Bolt. So Jamaica is gonna be, in the back, this, that, and the third. And I'm thinking, like, the upcoming sprinters right now, they don't hear these talks, because it's not, I don't feel like they're just saying it to my channel or, in my comment box. I feel like they leave these comments all over for people to see. They're happy that he's not running right now, right? So who's gonna step up? Who's gonna be the next best? Not the next Usain Bolt, because we already know there's only one Usain Bolt. No, he's not. Coach L, I'm not saying that he's a traitor. I'm saying he is just being factual based on what he have seen. That's what I'm saying. He does know track and field, Coach L. He does know track and field. So he's gonna speak from what he have seen, and he has competed with Coleman, so he know, and he made mention of his start. He said once he get the last 40 meters of his race together, he's gonna be almost unstoppable. That's exactly what he said, because he said he has a great start. So I'm not trying to say he's a traitor. Well, I'm not going to dispute that, because he is the world champion. He is number one right now. You can't take that away from him. What is due to Caesar, you give unto Caesar. Coleman is the number one right now, and that's just factual. Let me see what David says something. Listen, I don't think Bolt is doing too much. I feel like he's just a passionate athlete. Like, he's passionate about the sport, and he want to see Jamaica on top. So I feel like he's just saying what he's saying because he's hoping that by, him putting his opinion out there or voicing his opinion, athletes are gonna step up to prove him wrong. I feel like that's what he's doing. Instead of saying, "Oh, guys, I need you guys to run fast. I need you guys to work harder," he's calling them out, thinking that they're gonna step up. I think that's exactly what he's doing. I don't think he's doing a lot. You gotta call a spade a spade. It is what it is at the end of the day. Because again, I just said it. Coleman is number one. It's not that we don't have athletes that have ran faster than Coleman, because we have. So what are they doing? Where are they? I think both just want to see them back on top, just the way he was. So I feel like, that's the whole dilemma where that is concerned. Coach Chelsea. Yes, I don't think he's going against Jamaica. I think he see the talent that Coleman has, and he's just identifying that this little man, this man is talented. Like he's not a tall guy, he's not a big guy. He's pretty short, but hey, it's not about whether you're 6'4" or 5'8" or whatever. You're the number one. You're the number one. See, now, Coach, I know you're pushing it. You're pushing it now. You say Blake window has closed. I'm not gonna agree with that at all. I'm not gonna agree with that. I'm gonna disagree with that, because you don't know what he's gonna do the next Olympic coming up. You don't know what he's gonna do. I'm praying that he just step up and prove everybody wrong, because there's so much talk about him not doing what he's supposed to do. I keep hearing that. I want him to step up and prove everybody wrong. That's what I really need him to do. I'm not bashing him. I want him to run fast. I want him to prove everybody wrong. That's really what I want from Blake, to be honest. No pressure. Just do your thing. Get yourself together. Come back for the Olympic. Prove everybody wrong. Tell you what, I think the perfect solution to him breaking 20 seconds is go back to his old coach. That's going to solve everything. It's been solving everybody else's problem. It solved Curly problem. See, Curly's on the podium. He's on the podium. Curly got third. So I think he just needs to see the signs and go back to his coach. And that's just it. See, I feel like Lies, he's a great athlete, but he's not as impressive as a Bolt to me. There's only 3 medals for real, but who's gonna get them? Well, Mr. White, I hope you go back to Coach Mills, because that window will definitely be open again. If there's anybody that could get him back to where he was, Coach Mills could definitely get him back to where he was. I'm sure. Because he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest sprint coach in the world. That's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, he got it. That's where it all started for him. That's where he got to go back. That's it. I don't see no other way but to go back to your coach. Nah, it's two different coach. Don't get me wrong. Stephen Francis is a great coach. But I don't know if you notice, the females are the ones who are shining in his camp as well. It's not the males, it's the females. So in my opinion, I feel like Francis is good with females. I don't know why, but Mills was able to get Bolt and Blake to be the top two in the history of the sport. So if a coach could do that for you, why leave? Why leave? That's the same thing. I agree with you, White. He's a good female coach. I think Mills is the better male coach. Coach Ed is funny. He was great because he had Bolt to chase. So you're saying he don't have anybody to chase now, so he's falling off? Nah. The reason why he fell off was because he got hurt. It was a really bad injury. For those who don't know, he had to get surgery for that injury. And not a lot of people come back from injuries like that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna bash him at all. I don't think anybody should bash him. I feel like people need to be more considerate about the whole situation, because a lot of people, they just talk. They don't really know what the athlete goes through. Yeah, he is the number one running 9-9, but I mean, as I said, the type of injury that he got, those are the injuries that shut people down, shut people careers down. And he's still, out there fighting. So, I mean, you got to give him credit for that. We just need him to step up and, do a little bit better. Thanks, man. I like them too. Yeah, but hey, let's see what happened in Tokyo. I feel like I can't wait for Tokyo to get here. Like, it's time is not moving fast enough, because I really want to see what the outcome is going to be. Before we close, because I think we have discussed quite a lot when it comes to topics, but I have one more thing that I wanted to talk about before I close out this live. You said Jamaica top brand Puma. Yeah, I'll be wearing Adidas too. Adidas and Puma are my two favorite brands. Not a Nike person like Coach L. The fact that he still has to run. Let me see what Coach will say before I finish up. You funny. You say Under Armour next year, but all right. For my next topic, I'm pretty much. I read an article that was stating that Jamaica is pretty much not paying enough attention to the field events, which I think it's something that has been occurring or happening over the years. I think they pay more attention to the track events. The distance running don't get a lot of attention, and the field events don't get a lot of attention. That's pretty much what it is, because everybody there want to be fast. Nobody really want to be a jumper or a distant runner. I feel like a lot of people venture into that area because they're not as fast, or they can't run the 1 and the 2 or the 4. But the bottom line is, I think they really do need to pay a little bit more attention to the field events, because as you can see, we got a gold medal at the World Championship in the long jump. So that goes to show that there's talent in the field events as well. So Jamaica do need to focus a little bit more, on the field events, the throwing events, because we have other people. We have quite a few people that was, doing pretty good, that did pretty good at the World Championship, and has been consistently doing good over the years. So I think, it's time for Jamaica to, step up and pay some attention to the field events. But hey, I guess I'm just the little man talking, so who say they're gonna listen to me? But you know, you guys know where. And again, that's why I say that they need to spend more time, not really spend more time, but pay more attention to the field events. Because they really don't. I don't think they pay attention to the field events at all. I think that they just like, okay, if we have jumpers, we have jumpers. um Coach L, you say they need to leave Jamaica? Come on now. They did well in Jamaica. Why would they leave? You're gonna coach all of them? Yeah, they do. They have I'm telling you, in my opinion, Jamaica, for such a small country, they have so much track and field talent. It's sometimes I wonder. I think it was like last week. I was talking about it. Where are all the talent, the high school talent? Where did they all go? Where did they go? You see all of them in high school, but after that, it's like they just disappeared. So there is talent, but it's like we don't have enough. I'm not even gonna say we don't have enough coaches. I'm gonna say we don't have the resources to develop these athletes. I feel like that's the problem. Jamaica don't have the resources that they really need to develop all these athletes. Somebody asked us the question, but okay. Yeah, I feel like Jamaica don't have the resources to develop all these athletes. The ones that excel are the ones that really get the attention from the coaches that are there, right? But there are so much more athletes there, and I agree with you, White. I agree with you. Coaches, the field events, you will. That is true, because I've noticed that a lot more coaches has been, taking I would say a front seat, or a better position where the field events are concerned. They're stepping up now. They see that the athletes can do well, and I think they've been seeing that since forever, but they just wasn't paying attention to it. They just wasn't paying attention to it at all, But if they really, have the resources that is here in the United States, Jamaica would be a force to reckon with in the track and field world. You guys are having a whole different thing going on there in the chat. You guys are having fun. Yeah, but Coach L, VCB is coming back. She said she gonna make it to the Olympics. What do you gotta say about that? And she didn't say she's gonna try to make it. She said she's gonna make it. That's a completely different statement from trying to. Oh, so I guess you have your Jamaicans that you love compared to the ones that you don't really you don't love at all. Hey, Kim Collins did it when he was what, 42? Age don't have nothing to do with it, Coach L. Not at all. hey, it is a competitive sport, and I think we all know that. But guys, thank you for tuning in. For those who were watching or will be watching who haven't already subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button, enable notification, and leave a big thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. We going have this discussion forever. It's not. It is the government, but at the end of the day, it's a J3A. I think they do sponsor the high schools. They do, take care of their high schools. Well, their specific high schools. I don't know if they sponsor other high schools, but yeah. You guys could definitely tune in again next Thursday. I'll be here at 7:30 again. Track Talk Thursday. And as I said, subscribe if you haven't. Like this video if you think it's interesting. And it's your boy Ryan here with East Coast Athletics. Signing out.